Alright, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kyle Anderson, and today I learned Frontside Disasters. So I'm finally happy to be skating again. If you missed it, I posted an update on the YouTube community tab. I messed up my shin pretty bad, so I've been out for a while. And I also want to give a huge thank you to everyone who came over to my channel from Danny's. I went up nearly 100 subs since last week, so thank you all so very much. But to the front disaster. Surprisingly, after 15 years of skating, I never learned this trick, and in my mind it made sense to do frontside ollies first. But I've never really been one to get comfortable doing those over coping, but on the ramp that I'm learning them on, it's so mellow and so small, it didn't really feel that scary. When I was ready to go for it, I decided to just try and slide into it like I do with my backside disasters, but that didn't really work. And then front 5-0 and pivot disaster just seemed like good tricks to practice before actually popping into it. In my mind, going wide seemed like it'd be so much easier since you don't have to do a full 180 to get into it. But while I was just learning it, it made me slip out, and I wouldn't really recommend doing that at first. A slight angle definitely helps you get into front disaster, but a wider angle makes you go into front lip slide. So the first few that I did while I was learning, I was letting my body weight go on top of the deck of the ramp so I could balance for a little bit. But then I realized keeping my body weight in the transition or keeping it at the coping at the very max made it feel much more like a proper front disaster. Foot placement was pretty much just like a frontside 180 on flat, except I had my toes hanging off a little bit more, so there was more shoe to grab the board as I turned around. And just like on flat, you want to turn your shoulders beforehand to help you get the full rotation. I was a little scared taking it to the mini ramp, even though it's only 5 feet. And in my last video, me and Danny talked about not hesitating when you're trying to learn new tricks, but of course, here I am hesitating, so don't do that. Just believe in yourself and go for the trick. The great thing about learning tricks in transition is most of the time if you do fall, you're just gonna slide down the ramp and you won't really get hurt. So when I was actually going for it on the mini ramp, the first few times I was jumping up on top of the ramp just to get the rotation around. It felt really weird because it seemed like it was so much harder to get it all the way around when I took it to the bigger ramp. But looking back on the footage, I think it's because I was popping so early. I was pretty low on the ramp when I'm popping. Like I said before, I'm not really comfortable doing frontside ollies over coping, so I think that's why I was popping so early. It was just getting to me mentally. I'm excited I still got a few on the mini ramp, but I definitely want to still practice this to make it feel like I have it locked down. I am super happy with the progress that I made on this trick, even with my injury. So even though this trick is still classified as a beginner trick, I'm not really sure where it lines up in the non-linear progression of skateboarding. There's been a lot of tricks that I've pushed off throughout the years, so I'm really happy to just keep making progress. But with that being said, this is the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. If you found any enjoyment throughout this, please hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing. And as always, get out there and push your comfort.